her. They're not letting her go. They're not letting her go. Is it right? Is it right? They're not letting the black girl go.
The videos are painful to watch and the photographs are disturbing to view. Yet again, we are introduced or reintroduced to the racist treatment of Africans, and this time it's in Ukraine. On today's episode, I'm going to try to make an attempt to answer the question, why are Africans treated poorly around the world? We'll be right back. Ukraine and Russia are currently at war. As a result, everyone in the country or everyone in Ukraine is fleeing the country. Ukraine has also made it its top priority to take care of its own citizens, and that includes every white person is granted privileges such as boarding on trains to take them to borders, so that way they're able to cross freely without any issue. Now, migrants like Africans are being told not to board on trains. They're being told they are not allowed to cross over to safety when they finally were able to get to the border after walking for days. So we are introduced or reintroduced to the ugly truth that racism really has no boundaries. If every person in Ukraine is running because of one reason, which is war, why on earth should one group be forced to stay behind? And that made it clear to us the ugliness of racism, right? Racism is a man-invented construct created to give a certain group of people privileges over another group. In this case, white Ukrainians are given privileges and Africans are told they can board trains or cross over simply because they're black. It is devastating to see the video of the girl who was trying to board a train and she was told she couldn't simply because she's black, or the woman who wasn't given shelter and had to feed her baby in a very brutal, ugly, cold weather. Prior to the war, there were about 76,000 African migrants in Ukraine. That includes 16,000 international African students currently or prior to the war studying in Ukraine. Now, why I believe though that when it comes to war, really everyone is out there fending for themselves, and as we see it, Ukrainian making top priority to take care of its own citizens, right? Now, and in the process of doing that, they're discriminating against Africans, which I totally denounce. I think that's ugly and I think that's inhumane and I think that's disgusting, especially in a situation where everybody should be given safety. My question really is though, where the hell are African leaders when it comes to protecting their own citizens, when it comes to making provisions for them to be secure and safe, when it comes to evacuating the citizens before or prior to the war and the explosion that we see today? Now, there is racism, and every fiber in my bone denounce racism, but there's also the responsibility of what African leaders should be doing. And to answer the question, which I began with my video, why are Africans treated poorly around the world? The only reason I could possibly think of is this: Africans are not valued by their leaders. And it's obvious in a situation like this. We are seeing racist treatment by the Europeans to Africans. We are also seeing failed leadership by African leaders. So I have answered your question. I'm going to open this up to a conversation. I am curious to know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification bell to be the first to receive any new content. I'll see you again.